Welcome to our Harvest Thanksgiving. It is such a joy to be able to say welcome to you all when you have been so welcoming to me over the last few months. One of the interesting things about putting together a service like this is finding the odd bits and bobs that the Church of England has put together for various parts of the year. We're quite used to this Harvest Festival, but there are many other services that are prescribed for the whole agricultural year. There is Plough Sunday, which is what it sounds like. You bring a plough to church and bless it. There is a Seed Sunday. There is another festival of sort of harvest, but slightly earlier for earlier crops. The whole round of the agricultural year is provided for by the Church of England. And this is really important to remember, that our thanksgiving for our food, our thanksgiving for what God gives to us, is not just confined to this one Sunday where we bring food to help those who are hungry, but it is something that is spread throughout the whole Christian year. That there are always times where we are giving thanks for what we eat, for what we wear, for the good things that are given to us. And we bless those things. We bless the plough that breaks up the ground. We bless the food that comes to us. We bless the seed that goes into the ground. Because ultimately, all of those things are given by God and blessed by God and grow in God. Today's gospel is always a tricky one because it sounds a little bit like we shouldn't be caring about anything at all, instead relying entirely on God, when we all know how difficult it is to be hungry, how difficult it is to not be able to afford food, which is one of the reasons why we bring food on Sundays such as these to help those who need it most. But the thing that Jesus is talking about is all about balance. It is not the primary thing that we care about, that we store up in the barn, that we care about more about what we wear than about the body that those clothes enclose. It is about that balance where we make sure that those things that are given to us are blessed by God and grow in God and are for God and to God. It is making sure that everything of our lives, down to the food that we eat, whether it's a Kit Kat on the bus or a big meal with our family or friends, is done in God, is blessed by God. And so today, as we come to bring food, to give thanks, we wanted to make sure that we were giving thanks and giving back and considering other aspects of what God has given us. So out in our garden just now, we remembered God's creation, and a huge thank you to Sue, to Destiny, and to Tiffany for coming outside with me, and to Jeremy for his sterling camera work today. We'll see more of that later. We wanted to give thanks for our food, and at the offertory, we will be bringing around this beautifully, thank you, Nadine, decorated shopping trolley, if you could put your food in there. And at the end of the service, we will also be giving thanks for the church. Over the last few months, as never before, we've appreciated what it is to bring church home. To not just have it in this building, but for it to be coming home with us through Zoom, through our website, through our daily devotions, and in various other ways. And so during communion, when Graham brings round the body of Christ, I will also be bringing round a harvest candle. And we will not be lighting them in this service, but I encourage you to take them home and light them there and pray with them. For God is the light of the world, Christ is the light of the world, and we take it out of this place every Sunday into our homes, into our workplaces, to that Kit Kat that we eat on the bus. The church is not just this building. If there's anything that the last few months has taught us, it is that. It is you on Zoom, at home, it is us here as well. And so we will be giving thanks for the church, whether here or at home, wherever we find it. And we will be taking those candles home blessed to remind us of that. So today we give thanks for creation, for God is the ground of all being and whom all things exist. We give thanks for our food, that it is grown and blessed by God and nourishes us and feeds us. And we give thanks for the church that nourishes us spiritually and which we take home with us to continue to nourish us even when we are not in this building. Amen.